12 months later, is the 2025 Dacia Bigster still a smart budget buy, or are the real costs starting to catch up? What looks cheap on day one can sometimes become expensive over time, and well, that's exactly what we're about to uncover. Welcome back to Supercar. Today we're breaking down one full year of real-world ownership with the 2025 Dacia Bigster, including reliability, maintenance costs, and what owners are actually paying after the honeymoon phase ends. If you're thinking about buying one, this is information you need before making the decision. We've run both the mild hybrid manual and spent significant time in the full hybrid automatic variant, covering everything from muddy off-road tracks, thanks to that excellent ground clearance, to grinding daily school runs, all with the goal of determining if the Bigster is merely cheap to buy or cheap to own. Now, let's start this review where reliability always starts, the immediate first impressions gathered from the owner community after the initial honeymoon phase wore off. The consensus online is overwhelmingly positive regarding the sheer scale of the vehicle. Owners frequently praise its immense practicality, noting that the 677-liter boot on the petrol model, or the still huge 612 liters in the hybrid, means things like full-length flat-pack furniture or multiple mountain bikes can be swallowed whole without fuss. However, even in the early reports from late 2025, we saw the first whispers of non-mechanical frustrations creep in, suggesting that while the chassis and space are solid, the electronics sometimes struggle to match the rugged exterior promise. Dacia's heritage means we must be skeptical, given their mixed track record in satisfaction surveys, so we need to quantify exactly how many of those niggles turn into actual garage visits over 12 months. Moving into the core reliability metrics, mechanical failures necessitating workshop visits in our test fleet have been remarkably rare, which is fantastic news for potential long-term keepers. The engines, both the 1.2 TCE 130 petrol and the 1.5 hybrid 155 setup, have proven robust, showing no signs of premature wear or unexpected power loss, operating exactly as engineered even when subjected to heavy use involving roof bars and bikes. But where the hardware seems sound, the software and minor trim pieces introduce the first headaches that owners need to budget their patience for, rather than their wallets. We documented multiple reports concerning the blind spot monitoring system, that orange light in the mirror chattering away even when no vehicle was present, an electronic phantom that requires a dealer reset, which can be irritating if it happens frequently. Another notable soft fault reported by several early adopters involved the infotainment system, where the radio signal would periodically phase out or drop completely for a second or two, a minor but persistent distraction in what is otherwise a simplified, functional cabin setup. Perhaps the most concerning reported physical anomaly we tracked was a rattling noise emanating from the steering column area on some models, which required dealer inspection. Thankfully, in most documented cases, this was resolved quickly, suggesting it's a known assembly adjustment rather than a deep design flaw. Despite these minor electronic gremlins, the Bigster seems to avoid the catastrophic failures that define truly unreliable cars, largely because Dacia sticks to proven, albeit sometimes simpler, componentry wherever possible. Let's pivot now to the bottom line. Maintenance costs, because owning a cheap car that requires expensive servicing defeats the entire purpose of buying a Dacia. Based on independent analysis of service pricing for Bigster models under 3 years old, the scheduled maintenance looks incredibly attractive, fitting perfectly into the brand's ethos of affordability. For a standard petrol or ICE service, covering both A and B for those higher mileage users, pricing is sitting right around the £335 mark. Interestingly, the first service for one owner we tracked actually came in even cheaper at just £139, and that included added AA cover, which is honestly, genuinely exceptional value. When we look at fleet running cost data for similar Dacia vehicles, the projected maintenance, service and repair cost per mile hovers between 3.4 pence and 4.4 pence. These figures heavily undercut almost every mainstream competitor in the SUV class. The Bigster's low running cost projection is further bolstered by its efficient powertrains. Hybrid models are consistently delivering real-world figures hovering around 50 to 51 miles per gallon, so your fuel bills will stay pretty sensible, even as fuel prices fluctuate. This affordability really does extend to long-term planning, with service maintenance packages often offered by dealers. But, potential buyers should carefully weigh the upfront cost of a 5-year plan against those historically low individual service prices Dacia advertises. And crucially, for those who enjoy a bit of DIY maintenance, the traditional mechanical layout means that simple consumables like oil changes, which according to some long-running Dacia enthusiasts, need to be performed perhaps every 20,000 kilometers, should remain straightforward and inexpensive to execute. However, potential long-term owners must factor in the initial safety rating reality check, a 3-star Euro NCAP rating from May 2025 driven down by lower scores in adult protection and safety assist systems is a trade-off you are making for that lower price point. This isn't a reliability fault, but it is a significant long-term consideration as advanced driver aids that might require software updates or sensor recalibrations down the line could introduce unexpected, non-scheduled dealer visits. Let's zoom out from the negatives and, discuss how practical aspects heavily influence long-term satisfaction, because a car that is annoying to live with fails its ownership test regardless of repair bills. The massive interior space is more than just a marketing figure. It translates directly into a frustration-free ownership experience, especially for growing families who need versatility on a daily basis. The 40-20-40 split rear seats are a masterstroke, honestly, allowing you to carry a large item inside while still accommodating 2 passengers comfortably, something that's often impossible in standard 60-40 configurations. Even with the complexity of a hybrid powertrain, eating slightly into boot space, the Bigster remains a master of cargo hauling, making it an incredibly functional tool rather than just a fashionable runabout. This excellent utility means that even if a small electronic glitch crops up, the overwhelming positive utility often overrides the momentary annoyance for the average owner. So, after 1 full year, what is the final verdict on the 2025 Dacia Bigster's reliability and maintenance profile? The Bigster has successfully proven that Dacia can build a large, capable SUV without completely sacrificing its core philosophy of providing honest, robust machinery at an unbeatable price. Mechanical longevity appears strong, with the powertrain holding up perfectly well to real-world demands, validating the faith owners placed in Dacia's more conventional engineering choices compared to some more complex rivals. The primary concerns revolve around the peripheral electronic systems, which seem just a bit less polished than the core mechanical structure, offering minor persistent irritations rather than catastrophic failures. In summary, if you view the Bigster as a vehicle where you trade a little bit of electronic sophistication and premium fit and finish for massive space and minuscule running costs, then the first year suggests this is one of the smartest financial decisions you can make in the SUV market today. The maintenance figures are excellent, the mechanicals are proving solid, and while you might need to visit the dealer once for a software flash, you likely won't be facing the crippling repair bills associated with flashier, more complicated machinery. That's our 1-year deep dive into the Dacia Bigster ownership reality. Let us know in the comments below what your experience has been, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Supercar for more exhaustive long-term reviews. We'll see you in the next one.